And when I branched over to the women's program, and I was in charge of these gangs, I was the one controlling the names. And I only wanted a certain type of people working with me, and we were stationed in the home for the aged to clean, because that was a big home island. Oh God. Sometimes we had to get the whacker man off of the big gang to cut the grass, and we maintain, you know, the little edges and thing, clean, scrub. We used to real work. But I had was to maintain the gangs. And sometimes when they send a woman, 2, 3 women names to me, and I see one day, 2 days, they didn't come to work, I telling them as it is, and I'm taking them back in the gang, otherwise I go in the office and make back and all. Because one set of people can be working and everybody getting paid. Them is the 2 projects that have the most bubble. CEPEP take the cake. And the next thing I want people to understand. Now, PNM capitalize on the cocoa mentality that Trinidadians have. They want to sit down and things must come to them. They want to work. The ones that work, well, all right, fine. They work hard, they save a little money. But the 70% that don't want to work, they want everything handed to them. They want to get up and look for good work, that when they walk in the bank, they can get a loan. No, they want to sit down and they write their name. Some of them can't even spell their name. If you see them writing, your children or grandchildren who's 5 and 6 writing better than them because they dance like a bat. You understand? So PNM capitalize on the cocoa mentality. Give them 10 days, try CEPEP gang by them, they go work, die nothing, and they go vote for the next election. They don't know nothing about getting up and working hard. They didn't read the Bible, from the sweat of thy brow man shall eat bread. Anyway, some of them carry, so they carry what the Bible says. So PNM capitalize on the cocoa mentality. That is why in some of the stronghold, for years, nobody can penetrate them. Why? Because they like how they live in. They like the gimme. Get them a food hamper now and then, they will take that. When you're ready, you go try a little lime in the ghetto. They will take that. They're working for them. They ain't about coming out, work hard. Anyway, some of them kinds have come out because I'm gone. Man, go wait for them by the corner down the road the next day. That is why the country has to be how it is. They're not coming together. Do something. Say something. Mean something. No. Just gimme. When some of them sit down in front of the MP, what I can do for? But they know I'm looking for work. I know if you can give me some 10 days. No, I want when I sit down in front of my MP, regardless of if it's PNM or UNC or NJAC, CCC, whoever the parties and them name now. When I sit down in front of the elected MP, I want to be able to present my documents and you get a nice work for me. I want to sit down in office just like you taking cold breeze. We don't want to be sun cutting grass and the smoke and weed. No, but as I say, PNM capitalize on the cocoa mentality. So black man, poor man, must never reach nowhere more than 10 days and CEPEP. That is what I know, get them that. You hit the nail on the head, right on. Good afternoon, people. I think it's afternoon by now. You ain't told me, you preach. Because I was in party group number 17 in Northeastern Settlement and Babandi. That was under Roger Boynes. And we had 5 URP gangs and 3 women's gangs. I was a checker and the big gang. Tell nobody didn't want to work the women's program because I find the formations for the women's program is the same as a checker pay. And I had also a branch over in the women's program as the pharmacist to control all them gang and them. But I took that position with my own criteria to go with it. I must be the one in charge of the gang. I must be the one carrying down the names. Nobody's to dictate no pace for me. Because when I work underneath the foreman, Sometimes the gang supposed to have 10, they only seeing 4 people come to work, and the foreman tell them, make sure and pay them, and he signing for them. I never say nothing because it's not my money, not coming out my pocket to do business. You understand? And who could run a bubble more than the URP and CEPEP? Who's saying CEPEP didn't have no fraud? They lie. Them worse than URP. You understand? Eh? They're worse than URP. And CEPEP coordinators and them only go in certain areas to check to make sure gangs functioning. It has some gang, they register to work and they not work, but the whole gang get them paid. I can tell all of that. So who said it over? That is the fastest way for dignitaries to thief money. I mean, they say everybody does put a hand in the cookie jar when they reach in a position. But oh God, they was overdoing it. They hit the nail on the head.
Out loud, my sister, and say it out loud. Preach it just like how you tell me I preach. I tell you the same godly thing too. You preach too. Because I was working with one of my own nephew. He is controlling a CEPEP gang in Mover. And let me tell you something. The bubble and all was going on with he. I'm not afraid to talk about he neither. Because if I could talk about anybody else, I could talk about he. You understand? The bubble was going on with he just as all in the CEPEP. I telling you, a carnival, they put us to work in the savannah to clean up the savannah. Why is the masqueraders going on and all this still la la la? They get the contract for that and he gang and other gangs who in the CEPEP thing too. Family of mine who ain't even work. You hear what I'm saying? When I come to work the next morning, for mistress showing me how he put on everybody title in the same family with me, who never work, and I talking about who he put on is who live in Silas and who live in Beetham. He put on all of them, them not working in URP, them had their own work, who work in flour mill, who work in wherever. When they show me that, I couldn't say nothing. I was astonished, I shocked. And his nephews, his brothers and them, who he put on is also my nephews. I never see them come around to work. And I telling you the bubble went on from there. So you know what's going on already? He take them pay instead of them getting paid because none of them know nothing about them. He put on the name. None of them. They was innocent of everything. They wasn't guilty or nothing because they had no understanding of what went on. Up to now, they didn't even know what went on. You understand? So when you see that bubble start and you see fellas like them so lost the work and they lost the contract, you will get many like them so talking. Just like the fishermen and them were bringing in the same Venezuelan and them and making the little $100 and carrying them out and bringing them back in. You go hear them talking about they can't get to go out there again because the US ship on them day and blah blah blah. That's the same way we're going on. Everything has scheme, you know. Everything has accounting in it. Because if you're walking on a truck, a Carib truck, and you packing the Carib and them inside the van to go out, it's over you and the security by the gate go be friend because you packing in a kind of way that you could go out there and make a change too. And the security know what's going on. He go bypass that check-in. And he when you come back, he get a cut out of that too. Everything have scheme in it. Every damn thing. Okay? So that is how the operation does go. That is how it does go down.